Okay, today we're going to start talking about graphing. In the next couple weeks, we're going to talk more and more about graphing. Dot plots, line plots, stem and leaf plots, scatter plots, frequency tables, things like that. But we're going to start off kind of something simple that we've already started on. It's graphing with ordered pairs, and we've done that before when you're creating those patterns. So we're going to go through 2 lessons today. Your second lesson will be the one that you turn in. So we're going to just take a very, very few amount of notes, and then we're going to move on to our workbook. Okay. So your title is graphing with ordered pairs. Please stop or rewind whenever you need to. All right. So ordered pairs are pairs of numbers that have a relationship. Okay. It has a relationship and it's describing something. It can help locate a point on a graph. It's describing a pattern. We've talked about that where it's a multiplicative or an additive. Okay. So something's happening. So when you look at this, this is just a small drawing, and like I said, we're going to go to our notebook. So I really need you to replicate this. So what you have is you have what it's going to be your grid. Okay. A couple important things are this is your x-axis. We've talked about this. Okay. And this is your y-axis. Okay, nothing new that we talked about right there. Everything's been the same thus far. Okay, so right here is what you call your origin. Okay, your origin is from where you start. You always start at the origin before you run. Before you travel on your x-axis, you always start at your origin. Okay, so this is where you begin. And believe it or not, you do have coordinate graphs for this. This is 0, 0. I'm running nothing, jumping nothing. This is 0, 0. Okay? So, when you're looking at this, just for all intents and purposes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't matter how many you have. At least have more than 5. Same thing here. Okay? So again, this is my 0. Because in theory, I could have 0, 1, and I would run nothing and jump to 1. Okay? Or I may have 4, 0, run 4, jump nothing, because I can't move up, and my dot would be here. But for this activity, and just this quick example, we're going to do 3, 4. Okay? Is what we're finding. Okay, sorry for the ugly marker. Okay, so it's going to be finding the ordered pairs of 3, 4. And when you're looking at this, just like we talked about before, this is your x and this is your y. Your x always comes first and then your y. This is your x, this is your y. X and y axis. Okay, so in order to find this, I'm going to run 3 and, you're right, jump 4. So run 3, jump 4. Sometimes they may have a letter beside it, so that would mean at 3, 4 is the letter A, so I could mark that as A, depending on the situation. Okay, so it may tell you to mark something, it may just tell you what letter is at this place, but this one, if they have a letter like this, that means it's corresponding with this ordered pairs. So letter A is at 3, 4. How do I know? Run 3, jump 4. Okay, so my main thing is I want you to work on and remembering this is your x-axis and this is your y. Always running first, then jumping. Okay, it is a relationship here. Okay, between these 2 numbers, and then we'll talk about that in patterns. So what I want you to do is make sure this is complete. It's not a lot. Notes are done. So then you're going to move on to your workbook page, but this must be done before you open your workbook page. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to turn to your workbook page at 512. This is in the new Volume 2 book, page 512, 512. All right, so let's look at number 1 and through 4. It says you're going to use this grid. You're going to use this coordinate grid right here to answer 1 through 4. You're going to find the ordered pairs for the given point. So number 1 says C. So you're going to simply look here and see. This one's done for you. I have to run on my x-axis first and y-axis. If you see the labels right there, there's my x and there's my y. You run 6 and you jump 3. So when I come over here, my ordered pairs would be 6, 3. Okay. So number 2, the letter D. I'm going to look right here, the letter D. I always have to run first. I'm going to run to my dot. It stops at 3. Do I jump any? Do I even get to move up 1? No. So that's one of those things I was talking about before. This is a 3, 0. You ran to your 3, but you did not jump any on my x-axis. So that is why that is 3, 0. Okay. Number 3, the letter E. This one I'm going to run to my 9 and jump to my 9. So E is 9, 9. And then do number 4 yourself for the letter F. And then it should be 10, 5. Right? Now, you're going to plot these. Plot means put on there. So this one is 0, 9. 0 is, all of these are your X and Y. This is your X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, and Y. All of them, you're running, jumping, run, jump, and so on and so forth. So for 5, M, it says run nothing. So I cannot run anything on here. Run nothing, jump 9. So I'm going to run nothing, jump 9, and then my plot I'm going to put for M, because that's what it's telling me. Okay, so it's telling me to plot it at coordinate 0, 9, letter M. Alright, so number 6 is H. 8, 6. Run 8, jump 6, and that is the letter H. Okay, now going to number 7. 10, 4 is the letter K. Run 10, jump 4. That is the letter K. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop there just to show you some examples before we move on. But again, you haven't, see what I was talking about before is you've got your letter and your numbers, or excuse me, your numbers and your one letter. So for number 1, or excuse me, let's look at number 10, excuse me, number 9, run 5, jump 10, and you're going to plot it, and that would be letter W. Okay? All right, let's turn to 514. Let's work on putting these into use and analyzing this. Austin has the largest bat colony of any North American city. In the evening, the bats fly out from underneath Congress Avenue Bridge, which is located, which order pair shows Congress Avenue Bridge? So you're going to find Congress Avenue Bridge. Where's Congress Avenue Bridge? Okay, it's right here. So this one right here. Okay? So this is right here. So in order to get there, I must run, because my x-axis is here and my y-axis is here, so I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to do what? Do I get to jump anything? Jump anything? No. So therefore, my ordered pairs is 6, 0. Please notice all of your options. Be very careful in how that is. There's a significant difference in this right here, 0, 6. That means I ran nothing and I jumped to 6. That is a significant difference in here to here. So please be careful. If you were standing very close to the O. Henry Museum, where might you be standing? So you need to look for the O. Henry Museum, which is right here, which in order to get to the O. Henry Museum, I must run 9, jump 3. So the O. Henry Museum is at 9, 3. All right? So then we look at this and we think, okay, well, which of these is close to it? Run 3, jump 9. That's going to get me way up here. So that is definitely not close. This one is going to give me run 2, jump 9. Really far away. Got to be closer than that. You've got 9, 2. Ooh, let's see if that's close. Run 9, jump 2. That so far looks the closest. Here I'm running nothing, and I'm jumping 10. That one's probably the farthest one. So C is my answer. All right, so let's look at number 18. Look at the map. Today you went shopping at 04. Okay? Today you went shopping at, so we're looking at 04 and had lunch at 82. Which two locations? So let's go 0, 4. Again, this is my x-axis, my y-axis. I'm going to run 0 on my x. I'm going to run. This is a 1. I can't run 1, so that means I ran nothing on my x. And what did I do on my y? I ran 4 on my y. So what letter is that? J. What letter represents 8, 2? So I'm running on my x-axis 8, jumping on my y. Running on my 8, jumping up to letter M. Therefore, that is letter B. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at your gold pages. Once you look at your gold pages, we're going to do even numbers only. I want you to stop, and I want you to complete even numbers only. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on this first page. Once you've completed 1 through 10, I want you to press play, and then we'll go over quickly what the answers are. Okay, so number 2, you're finding the letter O. You run 5, jump 5 to the letter O. Letter Q, way up here. You run 3 on your X, you jump to 10 on your Y, so therefore X, Y. X3, jump to your 10 on your Y. Now if you notice that I've plotted the letter S and the letter U, okay, I plotted the letter S here, run 6, and I jump nothing. This is my X and my Y. I run 6, I jump nothing. 10, I run 10, I jump 8. 10 is my X, 8 is my Y. So I run 10 on my X, jump 8 on my Y. Alright, number 10 says right here, the toy store is located 1 block right and 8 blocks up from 0, 0. What did we discuss today earlier on the notes that were 0, 0? That is the origin. So it's telling you, if I started at 0, 0 and I went 1 block right, 1 block right, and 8 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is this for the Toy Story? Or toy store. What is that? I ran 1 and I jumped 8. So that is 1, 8. And it says plot and label a point for Toy Story. Majority of the time, you're going to need the whole word or one letter. There you go. All right, let's turn over on the back. Just a second. All right, on the back. Number 12, the instructions for plotting a point on the coordinate grid read, start at the origin. What do we say the origin was? The origin is 0, 0. So if you're starting at 0, 0, it says move 6 units, right 6 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I ran 6 and I jumped 3, my ordered pairs would be 6, 3. Because again, running, you run right or left. Excuse me, it's always going to be right in this case. And then you jump. Okay? So your run is your X, your jump is the Y-axis. All right, number 13. If you start at the origin, again, there's that word, origin, 0, 0. Which of the following shows how to plot 2, 5? So that means I'm going to run 2, jump 5. So I'm going to run 2. I'm going to run 2 to the right. So move up 5. No, we don't do that first. We run 2 first. Move to the right. That's correct. Move right. Correct. Move right 5. Nope, I am not running 5. So I have to write 2 units, and then I'm going to go jump 5. So then I said right 5 units. No. Then up. Yes. So C is my answer. All right, 14 and 15 have to do with these roses, or these plants, annuals, perennials, succulents, roses, and herbs. Which ordered pair shows the location of the annuals? Here's my annuals. I've got to run on my X and then jump up. So what am I going to run to? Am I running to 1 and going up? No, I'm not running anywhere. So that means it's 0 and I'm running to 8. So I ran nothing, but I jumped 8. So which one of those works? And that is A. Number 15. Which type of plants would you find at 9, 1? 9, 1. I run 9, jump up 1. I run 9, jump up 1, and that is herbs. All right, so multi-step. Look at the map. Which are the correct order pairs for points A and B? So A and B. So let's look at A first. A. I'm going to run to A, and that's number what? 7. And I'm going to jump. Well, that's 1. Am I jumping up at all? No. So it's jumping nothing. B. B right here. So I run 1, jump 6. Run 1 on my x-axis, jump 6 on my y-axis. So that would be C. Please, please, please pay attention to letter B. What is letter B? Letter B is almost the exact same, that they're opposite. It makes a huge difference when you run nothing but you jump 7, whereas you ran 7 and you jumped nothing. Completely two separate locations. You run 1, you jump 6. This one you ran 6 distance far, and then you only jumped 1 up. Completely different in those. So please, please, please be careful. All right, now we're going to take us to page 518. And this is what we've been talking about your relationship and your input-output, or these tables right here. We've talked about this. This one doesn't have our X and our Y, but this is exactly what it is. When you're looking at this right here on 518, this is the same thing as your X, this is your same thing as your Y. Your ages and years on your X, so this is going to be your X axis, and this is going to be your Y axis. So the relationship, going back to that ordered pair vocabulary word, it talks about the relationship. You're going from here to here. It's the relationship between your X and your Y. Something's happening down here. So it's between your relationship between your age and your height. Age and your height. For one age, something happens. Year 2 age, something happens in your height. Year 3 age, something happens in your height, and so on and so forth. So from there, again, this is your X and your Y, your X and your Y. So for age 1, you're at 30 inches. Age 2, you are 35 inches. Age 3, you're at 38 inches. Age 4, you're at 41 inches. And age 5, you're at 44 inches. And so now you're going to take those same ordered pairs and you're going to plot them in this coordinate grid. Okay, so you're going to do that now. Now you're going to put that on there. You're going to run 1, jump 30 for age 1. Age, see, this is my x-axis, this is my y, and this is my height. Okay, your x is your age. Next one, you're going to run 2, jump 35. Run 2, jump 35. Next one, you're going to run 3, jump 38. So for my 3rd year, I'm now about 38 inches tall. My 4th year, I'm 41 inches tall. So my 4th year, I'm 41 inches tall. My 5th year, I am, you're right, 44. So my 5th year, I am 44 inches tall. Okay, so that is exactly how you do that. And you're wanting, obviously with height, you're wanting it to go to in an upward trend, right? All right, so then let's look at the plant height. It's going to be kind of different on this though too. Again, it's the relationship between your day and your height. So on your 5th day, you're only 1 centimeter. On your 10th day, you're 3 centimeters high. On your 15th day, you're 8 centimeters high. And your 20th day is 12 centimeters high. So write your ordered pairs that match that graph. Okay, so from here, you've got your, now you've moved it down here, you've got your, for day 5, it's 1 centimeter. Day 10, it's 3 centimeters. Day 15, it's 8 centimeters. Day 20, it's 12. Day 25, it's 16. And simply you go down here and you graph it as well. So you run 5, you jump 1. Now you've got to look at your, I don't want to say the frequency, but your amount right here. So this is your height. So you got to see what it's skip counting by. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So again, looking at how you are skip counting. So run 5, jump 1. So being that this is 2, that means that's got to be 1. Run 10, jump 3, run 10, jump 3. Run 15, jump 8, run 15, jump 8. Run 20, jump 12. Whoa, way up here. Run 25, jump 16. Run 25, jump 16. Okay, so that's exactly what it should look like. It's all about the relationship between your day and your height. Day and height. Day is your X, height is your Y. All right, I'd like for you to turn to 520. Turn to page 520. Okay, so we're looking at 520, looking at number 8. The graph shows a relationship between the length of an eruption of Old Faithful, which is your X value. So it's telling you right here your X is your X. This is your minutes. And the length of time until the next eruption, interval in minutes. That's your Y. So again, this is your Y, this is your X, always and forever. Which of these ordered pairs is on the graph? So it's 95, 5. So this is your X and your Y. So 90 is running 95 an option? No, it's not. So B, run 2, jump 50. Run 2, jump to 50. That would be here. Okay, that's not right. Can I run 70 right here? No, this is always your X. This is your Y. So that is incorrect, because that's saying the length of an eruption is 70 minutes. There's no 70 minutes. So running 4 and then jumping to 80. That is correct. So what this relationship is telling me is for a 4-minute interval, for a 4-minute eruption, it's going to be 80 minutes until the next one, until the next eruption is Y. So if it lasts, the length of an eruption is 4 minutes, the next one will be in 80 minutes from now. All right, number 9, which of the following order pair shows the data? So once again, you're looking at the equation, and you're looking at the relationship between the months and the weight. This is your X, this is your Y. So for 1 month, it possibly is going to weigh 8 pounds. For 2 months, it will weigh 9 pounds. 3 months, it will weigh 13, 4, 17, and 5. Again, it's the relationship. So your ordered pairs would be 1, 3, 2, 9, 3, 13, 4, 17, and 5, 20, which matches B. That's how simple that question is. Number 10, Sean is growing a plant in a jar. He makes a new graph to show the days he put the seed in the jar and the length of the longest root in centimeters. He first sees the root in 4 days. He writes the ordered pairs 4, 2. 3 days later, he measures the root centimeters in 18. 5 days later, it's another 25. What ordered pairs does Sean add to his graph? So again, what you're looking at is it's telling you he marks the graph to show the days he put in the seed and the length. So this is so it's saying he saw it in 4 days. He writes the ordered pair for 2. Okay? So this is my, this is my days, and this is my centimeters. So then the next one is 3 days later, so it's 3 days after 4. 4, 5, 6, 7 days. The root measures 18 centimeters. 18 centimeters is going to go under your centimeters. 5 days later, what's 5 days later from here? 5 plus 7 is 12. And it has grown another 25. So 25 from this. So 18 plus 25 is 43. Which ordered pairs does Sean add to his graph? Which one does that match? Matches A. So again, you have to understand what it's saying. The relationship between your days and the lengths of your centimeters. That's what it's going from. Your days to your centimeters. Days. So 7th day, it was 18 centimeters. 12 days, it was 43 centimeters. So it's all about the relationship. Marie was in 5th grade when she began to record her baby sister's height and her own height in inches every 6 months for 3 years. The plot on the data on the graph is where the x-coordinate represents the sister's height. So your x is your sister, and the y is Marie's height. Which ordered pairs could not be on the graph? So it's saying your sister, so Marie was in the 5th grade. So she's in the 5th grade. So she's the older sister. So she's the older one. This is the baby. So the question is, what could not be the height? So you're asking yourself, what couldn't be the height? So if you're thinking about height, let's just say that you're in the 5th grade right now and your baby sister. Is it logical that the baby is smaller than you? The baby is smaller than you. The baby is not smaller than you. The baby is smaller than you. If you're going for centimeter height and your height, inches, I apologize, this is in inches. Sister, this is Sister Maria. Sister Maria. Sister Maria. Sister Maria. Which one of those is not logical? It's C. It is not logical that a baby can be larger than a 5th grader. Just is not logical. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to work now on your on page 521 and 522, your 14.2. This is your data. This is what you're going to turn in. You're going to graph the data, so you're going to write your ordered pairs, all of your ordered pairs. It's giving you 2 lines just in case. And then you're going to graph this data. Down here, same thing on the back. So there's technically 9 questions. Take your time. They're going to be 11 points each. -1 is already at 90. -1 is an 89. Right there. If you miss 1, it's a B. So please be careful on how much you miss. Please make sure this is turned in where it needs to be. 521 and 522.